The Bengals have wrapped up another contract. Plus, the Browns are talking a big game heading into week one. We'll talk about all that and break down the matchup to get you ready for the kickoff to the NFL season. Coming up next on Chatterbox Bengals.
Looks right around Huntley. He reaches. Oh, that ball's out. That's live. Back the other way. Sam Hubbard, the Cincinnati Kid. Hubbard's got a convoy. Chased by Andrews. At the 30, the 20. He will score.
To the end zone. Down the field. And it is deflected. And gone. Touchdown. A.J. Green.
Goes back to throw. Men are coming late. Looks right down the middle. There's Eddie Brown. He has it at the 35 to the 30. He may go 10-5. Touchdown.
Now the Bengals Super Bowl chances rest on his right foot. The kick is up. It is good.
Corey Dillon. He's gone. The knockout punch. You're looking at it. 65 yards.
And they're back to throw as the blitz is on. Goes long, intended for Collinsworth. He has it down to the 20. Touchdown. And Chris Collinsworth.
Throwing the long ball. Deep down the field. It's coming. Touchdown. Cincinnati.
Look at Chase go. Oh my goodness, what a gear he just found. Case for the touchdown. Wow, Chase is on the case.
It is no fluke. It is a fact. The Cincinnati Bengals are headed to Super Bowl 56. The play clock at 3. Shotgun snap. Carr throws into traffic. Intercepted. Jermaine Pratt has the football.
Yeah.
Coffin nails.
Bam, bam, bam. How about that?
Welcome in, everybody. Less than 48 hours away from kickoff to week one of the NFL season. This is Chatterbox Bengals. I am your host, Craig Sandlin. Appreciate you joining us. Look, the Bengals are no strangers to slow starts, just 1-11 under Zac Taylor in weeks 1 and 2 throughout his career. They'll look to change that narrative, but in order to do that, they're going to have to pick up the output on the offense. Under Zac Taylor in weeks 1 and 2, averaging just 18.6 points per game. That is 25th in the NFL during that time period, with a -9 turnover differential and averaging just 4.6 yards per play. The Browns are coming into this very confident. They are a team that is only projected to win 4.5 games according to Vegas, and yet they are talking, and they are talking a lot. In fact, one former Brown went on 92.3 The Fan Cleveland earlier this week and went as far as to guarantee a win.
Not only will I guarantee a Browns win, but I'm going to guarantee that's going to be an absolute slaughter. The Browns are going to wipe them all over the field and send them back to Cincinnati with their tails between their legs. I can't wait. I'm going to be there to celebrate with Browns fans at the end. I can't wait.
Look, the Browns are coming into this game without their second-round pick in Quinshon Judkins, still the only player from the NFL draft that has yet to sign a contract. He's currently under investigation by the NFL for domestic assault and battery. Though the charges were dropped, the NFL is still undergoing their investigation, and so the timeline on his contract is yet to be determined. The Browns, in turn, will look to Jerome Ford and Dylan Sampson to carry the load out of the backfield, a team that, with a 40-year-old quarterback in Joe Flacco, is going to have to rely on that running game a lot. They always have. This isn't going to be anything new, but Joe Flacco coming in with an unproven receiving core. His primary target is Jerry Jeudy, obviously came over via trade from the Denver Broncos. Jerry Jeudy is very confident in this receiver room and thinks that you're not going to be able to key in just on him in this matchup. The Browns have depth at wide receiver that they haven't had in years prior.
It might be a little bit this way now that you got a little bit more eye attention on me, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you could do. And, you know, we got a great group of guys in the back end. So that is going to be hard to just focus on me when you got Cedric, Isaiah, Jamari Thrash on the other side. So, you know, good luck.
Look, this Browns team is not necessarily known for its offense, so certainly Jerry Jeudy and this running back core will have their work cut out for them along with Joe Flacco. But if the Browns have any hope of winning this game on Sunday, it's going to have to start on the defensive side of the ball. And that's a unit that in 2024 actually allowed more points than the Cincinnati Bengals defense did, a unit that many Bengals fans were much aligned with. And so instead, this defense on the Brown side is going to have to turn and pick up the pace there. They do have a completely revamped defensive line. Obviously, we know about Myles Garrett, 7 straight years with double-digit sacks from the all-pro defensive end. They went out and added interior pass rusher Malik Collins, and they spent the number 5 overall draft pick in this year's NFL draft on Mason Graham. Now, safety Grant Delpit has been very impressed with what he's seen out of that room so far and thinks that it's going to be a tough day for this Bengals offensive line.
Yeah, man, you should see them boys getting out the ball, man. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. The progress, Zay, Alex Wright, of course, we know what Myles does, the stuff that Mason is doing on the inside, stuff that 9-6 is doing, the seasoned vet, savvy vet, you know, so it's going to be a tough day for the O-line of the Bengals for sure.
Now, Chase Brown is going to have a big role in this Bengals offense this year, and it's going to have to start here right away in week 1. The Bengals are going to have to establish the run in order to slow down that Browns front 4. But at the end of the day, Joe Burrow is the MVP of this team and is going to be the cornerstone, and he is going to throw the ball, and he's going to throw the ball a lot. Browns cornerback Denzel Ward is not scared of that, and in fact, he wants to see all the action.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty much just total guy. I mean, this is the National Football League. Like, those guys get paid as well, and they may make some plays, you know, but that's not going to determine the entire game. You know, you got to come out there and play hard and continue to try to get the play back. But I definitely want all the plays and throws that come my way. You know, I like making plays on the ball and being a factor in the game. So I'm looking forward to going into the game, and, you know, hopefully they target me a lot. So go send Joe Burrow some text, tell him to throw at me, and you know, go from there. So I'm gonna enjoy it.
There's no doubt Joe Burrow will be dialing up Denzel Ward's number plenty on Sunday. Now, earlier on Friday, the Bengals did announce that Ted Karras, the center for the team, has signed a 1-year extension through 2026. Karras is heading into his 10th season in the NFL, including his 4th with the Bengals. He's been a mainstay on this Bengals offensive line for the past several years. And quite frankly, he wants to be here when the Bengals lift that trophy.
I love this town very much. It's been the most generous, welcoming, fun town that I've ever lived in. I've lived in 17 towns around this or across this country. So this is my favorite one, and I'm really, really proud to be here, be a Bengal, be a part of this organization, and really doing whatever we can to go and win week 1 for this city. I really wanted to be a part of the plan here, and I know we're going to, you know, have big things ahead of us. So I want to be here for when we hoist that trophy.
Now, obviously, the Bengals have some depth at that center position. Matt Lee was a draft pick 2 years ago and is expected to compete for reps at center in the near term. But the contract that Ted Karras signed will keep the Walter Payton Man of the Year award nominee in Cincinnati through at least 2026. Bengals and Browns kick off on Sunday at 1 p.m. For those of you that are planning on watching, the game will be broadcast on Fox. I know in the past, a lot of the AFC versus AFC games were historically on CBS, but the changes to the NFL contracts now split those games up some. So this game will be on Fox with Kevin Kugler and Daryl Johnston on the call. Allison Williams will be on the sideline for the reporting from the field. If you don't have cable, you can check out the Fox Sports app or NFL Plus if you are in the Bengals market. If you're not in the Bengals market, NFL Sunday Ticket via YouTube TV is your best bet. New Sunday Ticket subscribers can get a subscription for just $228 a year. I saw earlier today, $28.50 per month for 8 months if you prefer to go that route. And you can add Red Zone to that package to make it $270 per year or $33.75 per month if you prefer to go that For now, for those younger viewers, they do have student packages. So if you have your university email and can prove that you're still a student, packages start at just $119. Now, the Bengals radio network will also be carrying the game. Of course, Dan Horde and Dave Lapham will be on the call. You can tune in to ESPN 1530 or 700 WLW on the AM dial, or if you prefer FM, WEBN 102.7 will have all the action for you. Of course, if you're in the market and don't have the radio, just download the Bengals app and you can listen to all the action straight from the app if you are in market. If you're out of market, just go to Bengals.com and visit the Game Center on your desktop, and you can listen to the game nationwide. Or as always, we encourage you to join us. We'll be live throughout the entire game on Chatterbox Sports YouTube. We'll start our coverage at 12:30 p.m. Eastern with the pregame show to go over all the matchups. And then Reed Mouse will take you live through all the reaction throughout the game and give you the breakdown of the action as it happens. I'll join him afterwards for the post-game show as well to break down how the game went for both teams. Until then, we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. I'm Craig Sandlin. This has been Chatterbox Bengals. Hoo day.